Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of psychology to uncover 7 powerful mind tricks that can help you subtly influence almost anyone. Now, before we start, let's be clear. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding human behavior to improve your communication, build stronger connections, and navigate social situations more effectively. Think of these as tools for positive interaction. Ready to upgrade your social skills? Let's get into it. First up, the Benjamin Franklin effect. This is a classic and it's counterintuitive. You might think doing favors for someone makes them like you more, but the opposite is often true. When you ask someone for a small, reasonable favor, they subconsciously justify doing it by thinking, well, I must like this person, otherwise I wouldn't be helping them. For instance, asking a coworker, hey, could you grab me a coffee while you're up? Or, can you quickly look over this one sentence for me? This small investment on their part can lead to a significant shift in their perception of you. It makes them feel helpful and subconsciously more connected to you. It's a simple yet incredibly effective way to start building rapport. Next, we have the power of mirroring. This is a technique where you subtly copy the body language, gestures, or even the speech patterns of the person you're talking to. If they lean forward, you lean forward slightly. If they use their hands a lot while talking, you might incorporate a few more hand gestures yourself. The key here is to be subtle. You don't want to be an obvious mimic. That's just creepy. When done correctly, mirroring creates a sense of familiarity and trust. It sends a subconscious signal to the other person that says, hey, we're on the same wavelength, we're alike. This nonverbal rapport is a cornerstone of effective communication and can make people feel instantly more comfortable around you. Trick number 3 is using someone's name. It's such a simple thing, but it's incredibly powerful. Dale Carnegie famously said, "A person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language." When you remember and use someone's name in conversation, it shows that you see them as an individual and that you're paying attention. It makes them feel valued and respected. Instead of just saying, hey, thanks for your help, try, hey Sarah, thanks so much for your help. See the difference? It instantly makes the interaction more personal and memorable. Don't overdo it, of course, but sprinkling their name naturally into the conversation is a surefire way to make a positive impression. Moving on to number 4, the foot in the door technique. This persuasion tactic involves starting with a small, easy-to-grant request. Once the person agrees to that, they are much more likely to agree to a larger, related request later on. For example, if you want someone to volunteer for a full-day event, you might first ask them just to help share a social media post about it. Once they've made that small commitment, they're psychologically primed to be more receptive when you later ask for a bigger commitment of their time. This works because people like to be consistent with their past actions. By agreeing to the small request, they've already identified as someone who is helpful to your cause, making it harder for them to say no to the next bigger step. Trick number 5 is the power of nodding. This is another nonverbal cue that can have a surprising impact. When you're explaining something or trying to get someone to agree with you, try nodding your head gently as you speak. Because nodding is universally associated with agreement and affirmation, people will often start to subconsciously nod along with you. This physical act of nodding can actually influence their thoughts, making them more likely to agree with what you're saying. It's a form of social contagion. When you project agreement, others are more likely to feel it. Combine this with maintaining good eye contact, and you've got a very persuasive combination. Our 6th mind trick is a bit of a verbal one. Rephrase and repeat. This is also known as active listening. When someone is talking to you, listen carefully to what they're saying. Then, paraphrase their key points back to them. For example, if a friend says, "I'm just so overwhelmed with work, I feel like I can't catch a break," you could respond with, "So it sounds like you're feeling completely buried by your workload and really need some downtime." This does 2 amazing things. First, it shows them that you are truly listening and understanding them, which makes them feel heard and validated. Second, it gives them a chance to clarify if you've misunderstood anything. This technique builds deep trust and rapport because it demonstrates genuine empathy and engagement. And finally, trick number 7, the Zeigarnik effect. This psychological phenomenon states that people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed tasks. You can use this to your advantage. If you want someone to keep thinking about you or what you've said, don't wrap everything up in a neat little bow. End a conversation by saying something like, "Oh, that reminds me of a crazy story, but I'll have to tell you next time." Or, if you're pitching an idea, give them the exciting overview but leave a few intriguing details for a follow-up meeting. This creates an open loop in their mind, a cliffhanger that makes them curious and eager to reconnect with you to get that sense of closure. It keeps you on their mind long after the conversation is over. So there you have it, 7 mind tricks to enhance your social interactions. From the Benjamin Franklin effect to the Zeigarnik effect, these techniques are all about understanding the subtle drivers of human behavior. Remember, the goal is always to build better, more positive relationships through smarter communication. Try incorporating 1 or 2 of these into your daily life and see what happens. You might be surprised by the results. Thanks so much for watching today. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. See what I did there? And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on new content. I'd love to hear which of these tricks you're going to try first, so drop a comment down below. Until next time, stay curious and communicate kindly. See ya!